Hey, Ken Eslick here with the Leaders Lab, introducing you to the Sales Lab. It's a way that you can fire your recruiter, stop spending tens of thousands of dollars for your placements, and build a candidate pipeline. So, my background is in corporate America with the Cintas Corporation. I spent 14 years there. I was a sales VP over a national division. I've trained hundreds of reps. I know what they look like, I know how to find them. And you would think as a recruiter, that would be where I naturally would have gone. And we did for a while. But we got out of sales recruiting because we felt like we weren't really providing value. It was sort of like a leaky boat that we were just putting plugs in. I mean, we were good at finding people, but we weren't good at really solving the problem long term. So we've been focused on leadership for the past several years. And I vowed to not get back into it unless I could come up with something that was game changing. And we've got it for you today. So I'm going to share my slides again and we'll jump in here real quick. I promise to have you off of here in 4 minutes. All right. So who are we? Again, Leaders Lab's been around for about 13 years. We made 1,000 Fortune 500 placements into big name companies that you have certainly heard of. I've trained over 500 agencies in the tech stack that we're going to propose and allow you to piggyback on at no charge. It's just part of the ongoing fee with us. And let's talk about why this might be a need. Well, I realize you're at a VP level, but this type of cycle repeats all the time in the field, right? We're understaffed, either due to turnover or growth or a combination of both. We have to stretch our existing reps to do more. Culture becomes reactive, meaning the sales manager's trying to close deals. Everybody's just trying to hit numbers. Performance reviews aren't happening. Training's not happening, or at least not as much, right? Leads to burnout, leads to turnover, and the cycle continues. So how's in-house recruiting doing for you? Normally what I hear at best is, they're doing okay, which means they're getting a few candidates here and there from all of the hundreds of inbound applicants, but not really performing well because they're not really trained to be hunters. And their job by nature is an inbound job. You guys post requisitions, people apply to it, they talk to those people. Are those really the best people? I mean, you and I both know that the best people out there are working right now. They're in the field. They're the ones hitting their numbers right now. They're not applying to job recs typically, right? I mean, every now and then we get lucky, but that's just not the way that it works. So the way to go about recruiting is to create an outbound approach. And that's what we're proposing for you. So there's ways to do it. You can hire a recruiter internally, very expensive. You got to build a tech stack around them. Who's going to do that? Are they trained in sales? Cost can be very, very high. You can use a guy like me. I already talked about it. I didn't even feel like we offered a great value proposition. I feel like we were the best at what we did, but it's expensive and we weren't really fixing your problem. And I think what we have today will. When you build a pipeline with us, you're piggybacking on our technology and everything that we've already built. You're judging us on our activity and KPIs, how many candidates we've sourced, how many are in the pipeline, right? It's a long-term solution with a low cost and your budgeting is very, very predictable. All right, this is a big slide with a lot of details. I'm not going to get into the details right now, but just to share with you, this is our technology stack that we spend over $8,000 a month on. I've spent over 4 years developing it. It's a combination of AI, automation, contact finders, where an internal recruiter might, email someone off their resume. We are finding them on social media. We're finding their phone numbers, their email addresses, and we're hitting them through multiple modalities in a way where those modalities kind of dance together so that we don't overwhelm them with messaging, but that we're effective in finding them where we need to find them. All right. And that's it for our slideshow here. Again, this $2,500, I don't want to be a buy it now while supplies last kind of guy, but sort of. We've just launched this. We're going to do $2,500 per open job until our current team fills up. And as I've got to hire and train more people, that intro price will bump up. So I encourage you, if you're interested in exploring this further, I'd like to hear more about your needs and see if we can be a great solution for you. Thank you.